Hey good lookins, what's cookins? You guys loved my Monster Loves You playthrough, which was awesome. That was kind of a visual novel storytelling game, and I thought what I'd do, I'll find another one, seeing as you loved it so much, and my search led me to Magical Diary. It's kind of an anime Harry Potter, where I become a witch and enrolled in a magical school. And I know what you're thinking, a game of anime. When you play the game of anime, you win or you end up buying a replica katana. There is no middle ground. That was a Game of Thrones joke. But no, trust me, believe in me. Believe in me who believes in you that this will be worth watching. It gets quite funny later on. And yeah, it's a spoof of Harry Potter, so you can't go wrong. So we'll start by entering my name. It's not Mary Sue, as funny as that is. There we go. So I hope you're... I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And we'll take you through a magical journey, through a magical school, with a magical girl, with a magical diary. Magical! It's gotta be magical! That's what I'm getting at. I'm trying to find a suitable hairstyle. That's pretty styling. That's also pretty styling. That's styling her. But we go with the ponytail, and it needs to be red. Obvious. Obviously needs to be red. Perfect! And we go with big ugly anime eyes. No, we go with normal eyes. There are no normal eyes. There is no normal eyes option. I guess that's the closest. We go with that. And they're blue eyes. And skin colour. That. Oops. That one was perfect. Go with that. And yeah, we're very tall and very skinny. There we go. Boom. Let's start our magical adventure. It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either, and within a few minutes they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. But then the next day, a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. And now, here I am, 16, and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. Actually, I'm even surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective, but maybe he's finally recognising I'm not just a little kid anymore. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contain all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes, because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time. But I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. And there it is, up ahead! The campus looks way more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, wide open spaces. Summer's still lingering here, the leaves haven't even started to turn. I walk a little faster and I'm feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. The 2 other girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse, apparently. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly sure where Horse Hall is. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcases while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly... It's Nilesy! I mean, it's Snape! I mean, it's neither of those. It's whoever this guy is. It looks like them, though. I bump into someone. Oops, sorry! He's an older man in school robes, with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see, and what might your name be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich with a refined British accent, and he doesn't seem to be too angry with me, so I relax a little. Sorry, pro as heck, sir. I just got here, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he was carrying. Miss Pro as heck, is it? A wild seed, how unsurprising. Wild? More than likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut. 10 demerits! Not a promising start. That was my Snape impression. Pay more attention to your studies than you do where you were walking, Miss Proisheck, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year. With a snap of his... I'm sorry, that was terrible, but that's his voice now, that's canon. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labelled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, well, I hope that's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is! Room 3! I open the door and pick up my suitcases. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary looking bedroom. No skulls, no drippy candles, blacklight posters on the walls, no incense, no crystals anywhere, unless they just haven't had time to unpack them. A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse! I mean, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Zoey. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia the girl's from. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire, not too far from here. Are all these books yours? Yeah. Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I bought my old encyclopedias. And those are textbooks for the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I'd need, and I didn't want to need something and not have it. That makes sense. Those books are everything I could find out about magic. The real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're gonna be witches, just like in the movies. Oh good, you're a wild seed too. What does wild seed mean? It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wildflower. That's her voice. She holds out her hand for me to shake. Me and my family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. She has a pretty strong grip. Zoey, pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. A professor? Shaggy black hair? Big nose? Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. Oh no, now you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name, Professor Grabbing Her. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're a born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My big brother. My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good. Strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Zoey? Well, I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run a lot. Your legs, her arms, my fighting spirit. We're the total package. Go horses! Are there sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. But there is a gym, and we can start our own sports teams if we have to. Right, Zoey? I guess. Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen. I'll introduce you to my brothers. Okay. Right, our first choice! Oh, it's an epic choice. We can either stay here and unpack our suitcases, or we can meet this girl's brothers. Amazing. Well, we'll stay here and unpack. We need to be prepared. Illidan in World of Warcraft taught me to always be prepared. I'll see you later. Don't forget, Zoey, orientation's tomorrow, and you'll get to see old Grabby again. Great. I guess I better start putting things away. Everything moves quickly here, and I don't intend to get left behind. Tomorrow, I start learning magic! Zoey Perisek in the morning. At 9 AM on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes, just like me, but they're not completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail. One girl has glittering wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. Wow, she's awesome. And she's a snake. Ah. Is that what it means to be born witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. Nah, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Oh, I have to do an old lady voice. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. I don't know what that was. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realise that no one else is. Then, Virginia beside me picks up the clapping, loudly, seeing the whole room's cheering. The witch holds up her hands and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. It's kind of turning into a sheep. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you have been expecting all of your life. She's not that old. She's not that old. I'll start that again. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you have been expecting all of your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the colour of transformation and change, and green is the colour of life and the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical colour, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents, and don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counsellor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabiner. I wonder what she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. I can't do the voice. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group claps as their name is called, the horses louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. Not quite sure what eldritch means, but toad sounds even worse than snakes. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year you're able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams. The audience predictably groans. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical challenges in the school dungeons. The school is dungeons. Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn. I don't know what I'm doing, so think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. So that was her. That was her voice. Now, that is the voice that I have to do. Anyway. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic plus general studying, which sounds boring, and gym class, which I've always liked. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French, or Spanish, physics, chemistry, or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I can choose whatever schedule I want here, well, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? What should I do this week? Okay guys, we've got the schedule for the week. Monday to Friday school week. We can go into the red magic class. We can go into the blue magic class. The green magic class, which is the one that I think I'm going to be most proficient in, and as it's about magical plants and animals. We got the black magic class, white magic class, gym, study, and sleep. So we've got 5 days. What I'll do actually, I'll ask you guys in the comments if you write Monday to Friday and write what thing you want me to do each day. Let me know and I'll see what gets the most votes and try and roll with that. So I'm thinking we probably need to get some study in at some point, but I do want to see a lot of green magic class from you guys. So let me know what you think I should go into and study. Catch you next time. You're awesome. Bye! Magical Diary! Woo woo!